And then we were told no. We were yelled at.
I want to hear you do it.
No. Just like that. No.
No.
Like twice. So Josh and I look at each other. I kind of smile. We raise our eyebrows.
Like, we're being told no.
No. So we turn around. We walk out. Josh kind of like says to me, "What are we doing?" He's like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, "We're going to wake up the boys." Just loudly.
Hey, welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wise Works podcast.
Are you girls geeks?
All right, if you're going to jump in.
I tried.
You gave it a go.
The best part of watching the third Pirates movie is solely Davy Jones. That's it. Just Davy Jones. I'll only want Davy Jones.
No, gosh. I feel my mustache quivering.
Dude, I can't take it. Truly?
Yeah. Welcome back, all you guys, gals, geeks, and goofballs, to the Wiseworks podcast. We are here for episode 200. Did I miss anything up?
Yeah, wacky and wonderful.
Wacky and wonderful.
Start with wacky wonderful, and then go to guys.
I
gals,
really
geeks,
was
and
trying to do
goofballs.
it right.
Okay,
I wasn't
You're
trying
good.
to.
You're good.
You were trying to get.
You got
Okay.
so close. I thought you were going to circle back around and
Yeah,
say.
I thought he was going guys, gals,
Geeks.
wacky, wonderful.
Yeah.
Which
but-
is okay. I don't. I'm down.
Yeah,
I like
but
that.
He missed.
Okay, let me do this again, guys.
Okay, we'll start over. Everybody start over. You guys.
Here we go.
Welcome back, all you guys, gals, geeks, and goofballs. Welcome back to the Wiseworks Wonderful, Wacky, Wonderful Wiseworks podcast. I can't do it. This is not a thing. Are we going to change this? Because
No.
Oh.
We're leaving
I
it
don't
all
think
in.
so.
Oh, okay, then I'll get it next season.
Okay,
You know what
you'll
I was
get it.
thinking we don't have
Hmm.
is we do not have a name
Women.
for
For women.
women.
Other ethnicities.
Other
ethnicities.
We don't have a name for our audience. You know, we always talk
The
about
Wiseworksers.
ear but
that's-
biscuits is
I
ear
feel like
busketeers.
If I was like a vlog YouTuber, they would be the wise guys.
No, Rhett and Link do ear biscuiteers for ear biscuit listeners.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know. I've never
They've
been
always
a
been good
viewer,
with the catchies.
what you are type thing. Because yes, we do the YouTube thing, and yes, we do all that. But it's more of I see this as a company, not a YouTube channel.
Okay, I hear you.
Yes.
There are wise workers. They make us stickers.
There's wise workers. Yeah. So, do you think there would be we could create a sense of community for not us, but the people that listen to us? So, like one day when we're creating merch,
They're the
do you
crazy
think they're
crack
going to-
dads.
They want to assemble behind a name.
I don't think they want to be the crazy crack dads. I think we're trying to be gender neutral.
The crazy crack moms.
That's completely in the other direction.
Okay. I don't know. Let's think on it.
Yeah.
Maybe in the fall season we'll come up with a really
Come up
good
with a
one.
name for you guys.
But guess what? 200 episodes.
200.
200.
200.
200.
Our neighbors are going to get angry.
Oh, who cares? This is 200.
We've been sitting behind these mics for a lot, and
For a while.
shotgun mics too.
And shotgun mics.
We've been sitting behind these mics. We've deep throated them a couple of times. We did.
Cut that
You
out.
did.
Cut that out.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
feel
cut it
like
out.
we've.
No. And even though I've only been here how many episodes?
Not
don't have an
quite
exact
100.
number.
But,
Yeah.
Well, you've been around because you were
Doing the
on the
midnight.
100th
I was on the midnight.
episode. You were on the midnight
Okay.
special for a while.
Yep.
I was on the midnight special before the
No,
100.
You might have hit 100 episodes
Maybe.
or close to it.
Yeah.
don't
I mean,
know.
I have been here for 8 months.
8
I just
months.
celebrated a birthday.
Mhm.
8 months.
Well, we do know this. Well over
A lot
50,
older.
if not 100. Well over 50 podcasts.
Feels like a lot.
It might be a full 100. Either way, this is episode number 200
200.
of the Wiseworks podcast. We've been doing this since January of 2019.
We're getting closer to that 5,000 mark.
We're one more triple digit away from 5,000 episodes.
We'll hit 2,000. Be like,
Hitting 2,000. I'm so freaking tired. No, we're gonna start doubling up. When we get close to 5,000, we'll start hitting like 7 episodes a week, just to get there faster.
very true.
So we have a couple things we just want to talk about. We want to look back. Sorry, I touched your hand. We want to look back on the past 100, pull out some moments.
Yeah. But I think we should kind of recap some things that we've done this past week.
Go for it.
It wasn't a break, but it was a break.
Mhm.
People didn't realize it was a break, but it was a break for us.
For us, it
Okay.
was.
We went to the good old Maranatha's.
Maranatha Camp.
Yeah.
The camp we talked about on a many a midnight special, a many a podcast, and a many a
We were there for a podcast.
yeah.
The
No.
100th episode. Exactly.
Oh,
100
yes,
episodes
we were. Yeah.
from this one.
Yeah.
Me and
I
Joshua
thought you were saying we went
to-
there to record an episode, and I'm like, no, we didn't.
We did.
But at 100, yes.
At
But I'm
100.
talking about last week.
No. Okay. Tell us about your week. You guys went for camp.
It was decent.
A lot
It
of
was decent.
there was a lot of driving,
yeah.
a lot of going up and down hills,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of scare, like the brakes scaring us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get those checked?
That's its own to do.
Okay,
It's not as bad when
When you're here,
Yeah.
yeah, where it's flat, but in Pennsylvania, where you're going up and down hills.
Well, I think the big thing was I piled me,
Mhm.
Wyatt, Eliezer, and Tim Johnson in my car.
Mhm.
4 guys that were
For adult men,
probably
in this-
hitting around the 200 pound mark.
absolutely. We're all
So
grown.
4 times 200.
You got to freaking.
We eat good, and we ate a lot,
Yeah.
and then came back, and so his car was
heavier on the way
his
back.
car was struggling. I mean, and then every time we went out somewhere, especially like at 1, it started raining.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just like raining. I mean heavy raining.
Do your best heavy rain voice.
Heavy rain?
Like
Rain. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. You just said raining.
See, you got
Rain,
your
heavy rain, and then
rating.
rain.
Or you got
Heavy rain's deeper.
your tornado watch.
Yeah,
Tornado
yeah. There
watch.
was.
There was a tornado watch.
I
at
don't
one
know
point.
that there was a legit tornado watch. I think somebody
I think
heard
we
an
were out
alarm.
of danger, but there was a tornado watch siren that went off.
There was some pretty heavy rain and lightning that went on during the week, and after.
I slept in a tent the whole week.
I slept in a hammock with a tarp over the top the whole
Any
week.
adventures? Hear any critters?
No, but we
We did hear a tree fall in the forest.
Okay, tell us that story. I want to hear that.
We were walking back to our hammock
At, like,
in our tent.
about 1 or 2 at night.
Yeah, we had stayed up late partying with the gang, and you know
we just got out of the mystery machine.
the where we sleep is sort of at the beginning of camps. There's a long driveway into camping. All the buildings are sort of down here in this area, and we were
Kind of like in a valley.
close. Yeah, it's all in a valley, and we were up close to sort of where the driveway begins.
Mhm. So we had a good bit of walk.
Yeah, I mean, not too far, but you know, we're on our way back, and we cross the little driveway, and on our left
There's a bunch of woods.
is the woods, and down is the creek.
Uh-huh.
The area we were at has actually the current caretaker has cleared all of the underbrush and everything out. It's
It looks
really
really
nice.
good. It does,
It's-
actually.
and if he does it all the way around, it's gonna. It looks so good. So this is the night it had rained pretty hard. And so we're walking back, and I thought I heard like a knocking,
Okay.
like somebody was up on the
Mhm.
hill, fixing something at one.
I mean, it's possible.
So we hear a cracking of a tree falling.
Well, a crack, and then we hear the tree falling.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
The cracking. Yeah, and it's nighttime. You can't see anything.
Because you're in a valley in a dark.
So before we
camp.
get to what happens, what do you do?
If you hear a tree falling.
If you hear a tree where of a undetermined distance away from you, cracking and falling,
And not
and
being
you
able
have
to
no
see it.
idea how tall this tree is, you don't know where it is, what do you do?
I say,
Hold on, wait a second.
well, hold on.
My guy.
It's the tension's building.
Yeah, tension's building.
I would say, well, my first thought would be like, you do hear a tree fall, even if there isn't anyone to be around to hear
But
it.
you're there.
Okay.
Okay.
It does make sense.
Well, it happened kind of so fast. There was not any processing going on in my brain, at least.
This is what I think. I think I stand still. Because in all the movies, if you run, for some reason, you always tend to, like, run into the danger unknowingly.
No,
I knew where the tree.
Yeah,
I
it
knew
was
the tree
clearly
was to
on
my
our left. Yeah, it was clearly on our
Okay,
left.
so what happens is I hear the tree breaking.
Yes.
I book it. Whew, towards where
He was fast.
we're towards the caretaker's house, and I figure if I can get near the caretaker's house, if there's branches or anything falling,
Yeah, it's gonna hit the house
I'm gonna be up against a wall or something. Right?
And where was Joshua in this
In the
movie?
middle of the street, in the middle of the road, he didn't move.
No, see,
Wait, he did move. He started moving late.
This was my thought process in the moment. So I hear cracking. I turn and look into the darkness. Couldn't see anything where the tree was. I'm turning my head. This was like in fast, so it was not slow motion at all.
Milliseconds.
I look, hear cracking, turn my head to Wyatt to kind of acknowledge that we hear cracking, and he's already gone.
This sounds very familiar.
He had taken.
Look, here's the issue.
You got some freaking intense survival
The
instincts.
people who die in movies, okay, pay attention. The people who die in movies always look at where they hear the sound. They look, right? There's always a shadowy doorway. There's a valley of darkness with a creek at the bottom and a tree crack, and they always look to see where is the danger. Nobody survives that situation. You have to run immediately and find cover.
Okay, let me finish my story right quick before. So I see him taking off running. I'm like, I should run too, because I see him running, so I start running after him. I get about maybe 5 to 10 feet away from where I was standing, and I'm like, this is silly. It's not going to fall on us. I realized it wasn't going to.
You thought that because we both heard when we both stopped and turned around again. You were about halfway through the yard. I was closer to the house.
You were heading up the hill.
Right? We with the moment we both stopped and turned, it hit the creek.
It already had fallen. So I'm like, this is, it's not going to hit us.
And so the running was done.
Yes, and then I turned back and I'm like, I just start laughing at this point. I don't say anything. I just start laughing. I'm like, so it is true.
You guys laugh now. You think it's funny.
Okay, it's hilarious.
I will survive.
There's
a song.
thing.
There's a song.
I know. There's a song.
I'm the person in that song. I will survive.
Okay. What I'm so very curious about is, at what point in your life did you create? Okay, it is normal human behavior
to flee.
When danger is afoot, you have to gather your senses for a second. How is it that you've become, in both cases, you ran away from perhaps a bear with me, you, and Josh, not this Josh, your cousin. You fled the scene in an instant, and now it's a second circumstance at camp at the nighttime. You and Josh, you flee the scene again.
Yep.
At what point in your life did you develop these just instinctual flees without even like, you were probably 15, 20 feet away before your brain even said there might have been danger over there. You were just like instantly.
My mind said there might be danger over there the moment I heard the cracking.
How did you do that though? How? Okay, I don't care how well I'm prepared.
Okay,
I'm gonna look like Joshua did, and then I'm gonna take off running.
I honestly think it's because of the sounds I was hearing earlier.
He probably knew that.
I was hearing sounds over that way, and honestly, there's people up the hill.
That was one of the nights.
And the way the valley works, you can hear people up on the hill talking.
Yeah, you can hear everybody.
Cars going up. I heard a sound, so my attention was already to the left, right? Not over the, like where the tree was, but my attention was already over there, I think.
Yeah.
And so, snap decision when I heard the noise, run.
Gotcha.
It was kind of like the meme, it's like, dun, 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 run.
He's a runner, he's a track star. But I don't think there's any point in my life where I was like, where I don't know.
Without thinking, run.
Without thinking, run.
It's what it seems like.
I had
You're really good at it.
I had to have developed, maybe just living down in the camp. Living down in the camp secluded, where there's nobody who can protect you or save you.
You run.
And if a bear comes out to get you.
Or a cougar,
you're not going to be able to fight it. You run and hope you get to cover. Or if a tree falls, you run. We had a tree fall near the yard, I want to say. And Lydia was small. She was just standing there. And I don't remember who, but somebody ran over and scooped her up. I think it was probably either me or my dad, but I don't remember. It was blurry. It happened so fast.
It had to have been your dad because you were running.
I want to say it was my dad because I was, in my mind, the tree is far enough from me that it wouldn't have hit me. But Lydia's like here, So I don't think I closed that distance to grab her.
Also, you have an instinct of running away from danger.
Now, if that was the case, where a child was involved, I would grab the child. I have grabbed children to save them from things. Everybody knows this. No.
At what point have you done that?
There have been times where I'll grab William to make sure he doesn't run out in the road, stuff like that to protect the kids, right? If you feel like there's danger, you protect the children, always. Do you shield a fully grown man capable of running much faster than me, mind you, from a falling tree? No.
Okay,
wait,
here's another question.
I can run faster than you?
Yes, absolutely.
This has been a thing.
You guys raced.
Yeah.
Who
you guys
faster?
raced. I never raced.
No, we did race that night.
Yeah, you raced. I showed up, and you guys were like...
There was factors that were in play.
Yeah, but I didn't...
there's always factors.
I won, but I didn't win. In a long-distance race, Josh beats me.
I do. Yes, we did have that race.
Okay. Here's a question then, Wyatt.
Yeah.
You're in the military. Band of brothers are around you.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not in the military,
your tent,
but okay.
somebody rolls in a grenade.
You jump on it.
Do you jump on it?
Or you jump out the other side of the tent. You do one. If there's people to be protected from something that you can't, escape, yes, you jump on it. I feel like my instincts are good enough to distinguish.
Okay, well, this is a big difference between me and you then. I do not trust my instincts yet. I've done the right things and I've done the wrong things in many situations. I can't trust them. They have to be developed more. How do I develop them? Give me one good tip.
Talking about instincts, kind of go into that. The same kind of instincts you have to have. When I was, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast. We might have. At one point, I was a lifeguard. Had to jump in and save a couple people. You kind of have to. You're like, okay, someone's drowning. I'm gonna jump in and save this person in the water. If I had to do it a couple times, not that much, less than 5.
Anytime there's somebody gets hurt, I'm there. My chest is like gonna physically tighten from seeing like a wound or blood.
Yep.
Not like just normal blood.
Or like someone's choking and you're like, I gotta do
help
this.
Them. Yeah. You want to help save somebody. Yeah. I remember when at camp actually, Sam Rivers was trying to cross some rocks and he slipped and fell, and he gashed open his hand. Got rocks in there. I helped pull him out. And Daryl carried him back to the chuck wagon. But that was scary. But we did pull him out. I was there. I remember being right there with him and pulling him out distinctly. But and I think I actually have carried Ethan back to the house. I don't know how I did this.
When he cut his neck.
No, when he slid on the pavement, became Two-Face for a little while.
Two-Face.
I did pick him up and run back to the house.
Okay, so when he got his neck caught on the wire, who was there for that?
The neighbors. He was hanging out with the neighbors' kids. I wasn't there. I was somewhere else. I don't remember where I was, but I remember coming home that night and Ethan was like,
poor Ethan.
yeah.
Friggin'. Okay, any other stories you guys want to share from camp?
There's so many.
There's a lot of small ones, a lot of funny ones.
You guys played a lot of volleyball?
A ton of volleyball. Or not a ton, but we played some good volleyball games.
Yeah, it took us a couple days to get into the volleyball.
Not me. I was in it right away.
How many back and forths was the record?
There was one really good one.
Well, I mean,
probably a couple.
Friday afternoon we had.
Yeah,
everybody was used to the volleyball thing at that point, so people were getting pretty good.
You excluded all the people who couldn't play at that point.
Yeah,
The two that I was involved with, I remember some very, very chaotic volleys, just of going back and forth. You know, some really good saves, and just, I mean, where the volley lasted a while, but people were flailing. People were flailing. Tim Johnson just jumps all over the court. I'm like, all right, here it comes. It's mine. Tim's there.
Him and Ellie.
Me up. Him and, oh man, it just getting all over the place. Ellie's really good.
Some people are greedy with the volleyball.
And he's also, how do I say this in a nice way? In a very Indian?
What?
Very Indian when he play?
Very Indian volleyball play? Yeah.
His accent
he gets
out
more
real strong.
Indian when he starts playing volleyball.
What were some of the things he said on the volleyball?
I don't even remember. He's a heckler as well. Like myself, we heckle. He heckles people on his team, though.
Yeah. What are some of the things, like if the volley's coming towards him, what does he say?
Nothing. He just goes for it.
Just goes for
it? He pushes little kids out of the way. He goes for it.
He's pretty vicious.
Yeah.
So you guys had a good week.
Yeah, it was a good week. We did get yelled at.
Oh.
Are we going to tell this story?
Tell it.
Do I need...
Are we really going to tell the story?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into specifics.
Okay.
But we will tell portions of this story.
Okay.
So we were, what day was this? Was this this was Friday?
No, it was Thursday.
No, it had to have been Friday. It was the last day.
It was Friday actually.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody had stayed up Thursday to Friday, and then Friday to Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
So, the teenage boys apparently stayed up really, really late, and
there was a band of
boys, like teenage boys.
Teenage
they
years.
stayed up late. But it was their morning to do the dishes.
So, to kind of explain to people
that don't know anything about the culture,
there's cooks who cook at the camp, and then there's also usually. It's like the teens go in and help clean up, set up, serve the food and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I don't know what their schedule was, but apparently the boys were supposed to be up doing dishes.
Okay.
When breakfast was done.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. So we were asked if we wanted to volunteer to do dishes because the boys weren't up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
We hadn't done it up until now.
So it's on vacation. So I sat down and we came to sort of like a resolve of like, no, we don't really want to do the dishes. So I looked at my parents who were sitting there with us. I was like, I mean, I don't really want to do the dishes. Do you think it'd be cool if I just go wake up the boys?
Because they were up all night.
They should be up anyway.
Yeah, they can't just
And my mom's like, yeah. She's like, if they're supposed to be here doing it, go wake them up. So my plan was to grab like one of those little triangle things, earrings, and take it up there and wake up the boys. That was my mistake. It was on the far wall. And long story short, essentially, there was a little bit of arguing with some of the staff, they were asking why we didn't want to, volunteer for dishes, and we were like, well, the boys are supposed to be doing the dishes, right?
I think we're kind of skipping over something. So we've been going to this camp for years upon years upon years. The majority of the time, especially when I was going, I was young. I was like young teens or before 10. Like I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been kind of this pattern going back. We're both 24 now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been a pattern going back that these people who have seen us as kids for so long still see us as kids, even though we're 24. These
we're talking kids like they think you're essentially 10 years old.
Yeah, because we were.
Well, they lump us in with the teenagers.
Yeah.
Granted, we hung out with the teenagers all the time.
But we also would get up and do go to prayer meeting in the morning, which teens didn't do.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of arguing going on, and
I don't know what you're.
At one point, someone said, "We're adults, and we're telling you to go do the dishes." And I responded, "We're adults, and we're saying we're going to wake up the boys."
Mm-hmm.
And then we were told no. We were yelled at.
I want to hear do it.
No, just like that. No,
like
twice. So Josh and I look at each other. I kind of smile. We raise our eyebrows.
Like we're being told no.
No. So we turn around. We walk out. Josh kind of says to me, "What are we doing?" He's like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, "We're going to wake up the boys." Just loudly. Everyone can hear. We're going to wake up the boy.
Friggin' yeah, that adult strut where you're just like, freaking nobody can tell me what to do.
And look, this is for me at least, sort of a running theme. It's not camp unless, I do something to anger somebody who's, and it's happened with multiple people, just anger somebody who is, getting on my nerves because I'm stubborn and belligerent and, especially when I was living at the camp and somebody said, "Help do the dishes." And I said, "I live here and I work here and I've been working here all summer. I've been fixing pipes and putting toilets in and dealing with that kind of stuff, and I don't want to do the dishes."
That's good.
I've served my time. I've done my time.
Done your time. I mean, I've never been the caretaker, but we've done some time and we've done things growing up, going there, and not that we shouldn't have helped, but that we're not kids and we don't have to be told to help.
It was very specifically. I probably would have leaned into helping, but when we were told we're adults and we're telling you to help do the dishes. That
set you off.
That set me off. That started burning. I was getting eat up alive on the inside.
Of course, who wouldn't?
And then we were told no, and I was like, "That's."
Well, now you're the crazy one.
It's a no for me, dog. It's actually a no for me. I'm leaving.
I'm gonna go wake up the boys.
But it rounded out the camp week perfectly. I mean,
perfect.
It's not
Friday.
It's not a camp week unless something like that happens.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right.
But yeah, that was camp.
That's a good story. I'm glad you guys had fun. I'm glad you guys went.
It was the drive back that sucked.
We checked all the list. We went to the Sheets. We went to the Jordan's
ice cream shop.
Got the large, the large. Okay,
you knew what to expect.
This most people exaggerate because they think it'd be cool for a story or whatnot. This place is known for having a large,
and it's just soft served
ice cream cone. Not lying, this is legitimately the cone is the ice cream. The ice cream is this
tall.
They're known for having really big ice cream cone. It's kind of like one of those things.
Well, the cone is normal sized.
Well, it's
the
kind
ice
of
cream.
The ice cream.
It's kind of like one of those things that you'd see on Like what TV show would be like a big thing? Like
I don't know.
I was gonna say
Diners.
but I don't
Hey,
know.
welcome back. We're out here in Western Pennsylvania. We're tanning. I'm Guy Fieri, and we're going to Jordan's.
No, but like you would see this on like a TV show. It's one of those novel things.
Yeah. And it's been that way for years and years.
It only cost you $5, no tax.
Yeah.
Just I handed him a $5 bill, and then got myself
a vertical foot long of soft serve.
I got on their scale. I got William what's called a baby, and so a baby's about the size of a normal ice cream cone. I got a small, even though I should have got a baby. And the small, probably the ice cream was about here,
nice,
and about that thick.
Yeah,
you know, of ice cream.
That's what. And then like Ellie got one too, and it was like
Ellie got a
over.
medium, and it was like tilting. He managed to not drop any, eat the whole thing, and not have to put it in a cup. And then Tim Johnson got a large
because
as well.
You guys kind of
made
him get it.
But we made it because he had. Part of initiation, if you go to Maranatha and you haven't been to Jordan's, is you
gotta get the large.
Have to get a large. Yes. You are forced to get a large.
This was Tim's first year.
So I ate what I could, put it in a cup, a pint cup, a big cup, took it back, put it in the freezer, and then after the service at night, I got it and I was walking around eating ice cream. Just walking around after the night, and then
it's a lot of ice cream to try to eat.
About half of that, and then was like, I'm gonna be sick of it anymore, and I yeeted it, which is probably not great, but I yeeted the ice cream.
The money's already gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's gone. The money's gone.
Freaking. Well, I'm a little jealous, but let's shift it real quick.
Okay.
Let's shift conversation. I want to hear some of your guys' thoughts about the past 100 episodes, about what you're looking forward to in the future.
Yeah.
I know for me, as an example, when I look back on the past 100, there's quite a few that stick out, but one that kind of stuck out was Alex Ferrari. He was a guest on the podcast, and it was before you were joining the podcast. The reason why is because he has a YouTube channel that has like over 50,000 subscribers. He's well known in the indie filmmaking world, even in Hollywood and stuff. And him saying yes to my offer to be a guest was actually a big moment, because it made me realize you don't have to have a certain status online to talk to well-known or cool people. All you have to do is just ask cool people. And if they're cool, they'll talk to you. Or if they have availability, they'll talk to you.
And we've done this a couple times.
And we've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Since then. And that was a big catalyst for me, because I was like, I'm just gonna take a chance. I've never done this before. I'm just gonna email this person, and I'm gonna say, hey, would you be on my podcast? They responded with, yeah, sure, let's do it.
That's cool.
And that was a big moment.
I watched that whole podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to it at work.
And he had some great information about like film school, about the industry, about streaming versus classic movies.
Has it been a year now?
Theater. Yeah, no, it's been a little less than a year since we talked to him. But man, that was a big moment, because since then it's launched into other guests like the Pirate Forge guy we talked to, Wayne, Clifford Stomey, who has over 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. And so it's just built confidence. And that's something that I look back on in this past 100 episodes, and I'm like, man, that was a big moment, because that really launched us into last season and even moving forward in the future.
I feel like there and during like Sober October was one when we kind of hit a stride that was good for the podcast, that was kind of elevating. I'd moved a couple months before that, and then we hit a stride, and then we hit another one when Wyatt joined us. So I feel like it's been good, and we're still rolling the snowball to make it bigger.
Yeah. Well, once things start working, you try to build on them, and that's why, like, if we see the kind of success like with the studio channel that if we saw that a year ago, we wouldn't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're seeing that growth because we're ready for it.
Yeah.
And it's happening, and so we're able to palette it a little bit.
I want to say this actually wasn't in some of the options that I researched, but I want to say probably of the past, at least episodes where I've been here, the episode that kicked off Movies of the Decades, that first one, that I don't know why that first one was so monumentous, because it felt like we had struck gold.
Yeah.
Or
at least struck something really fun.
It was so fun for us.
It was
Yeah.
I think it was fun, and we kind of forgot the audience for a minute and just we're arguing about our favorite movie. So we're like, this is a ride or die situation.
Yeah, it honestly, as far as viewership goes, it didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter
because
at all.
those were so fun to make.
Yeah.
And as far as looking forward, I feel like we're gonna find a couple more of those.
We'll always be finding them along the way. It's hard to do it nonstop, but we'll always find them.
I will say I got a little annoyed and was by the end was like, I'm ready for this to be done because I was annoyed. But
you get butthurt real easy, and then you're just like, all right, I'm out.
Ready Player One's the best. It's the best. What was William saying? One of the movies they watched on the way out was Ready Player One.
He did.
I looked back and Josh was just like, "Oh, that's a fantastic movie."
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Other things I'd like to do. I really liked the treasure hunt episode, like treasure hunt movies.
Yeah,
it was in the sort of same genre of the movies of the decades, but we picked one genre of movies, and we just looked through them.
Yeah,
and it's so fun.
Yeah, treasure hunt. The thing is, I think we could do that a lot more. It's just. It's a burning desire, and I don't know if you guys experience this, but for me, I'm always like, I need to find something else. Like, that thing was fun and it worked, and we can do it again, but I want to come up with another thing.
Something
I feel
new.
like if something worked, then I must be having, I don't know, good luck right now, and I need to come up with another idea while we're on top of it. But
that's why the movies of the decades worked, because while it was sort of the same format, we always got to talk about new movies.
Yeah.
You know, we always got to talk about, the argument was always going to be different.
That's true. That's true. What goes across your head, Joshua, when you're coming up with these ideas that are
because it was my
sometimes
idea.
ridiculous.
Yes, it was my idea. Yes.
Yeah, but collectively we flesh it out and make it into a thing.
Okay. I mean, I've talked about this on the Midnight before. I'm a shotgun. I scatter kind of a wide net, and you guys kind of bring it in and was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and we fine tune it. But I kind of do my crazy.
Yeah, he hits us with, let's do all the movies of the decades in one episode, and we were like, whew.
That's not happening. Friggin', we'll be there for 4 hours.
I mean, but no, I mean, a lot of those crazy crack dad moments, you guys.
You got to cast a wide net.
Yeah, I kind of came up with gold a little bit. I'll give myself, pat myself on the back. You know,
no one else will.
No one else. After that freaking improv episode, no one's patting you.
Okay,
whose idea was that?
I William liked it. You know,
William did like it.
Some people liked it. Some people hated it.
There was some gold in there. Look,
there was moments.
I think every episode has a little bit of gold, except for the Snort the Internet episode. There's no gold in that episode. There's nothing.
A lot of people like that episode. Is that like our most viewed audio podcast?
No, it's not the most.
That one was
good.
a chore to live through.
It was great to listen to.
We were tired. I was having one of these sinus headaches at the time.
I wonder if I can figure out which episode that was.
Ooh.
It was a midnight special.
It was a fever dream. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find
it. It was
this.
definitely... so we talked about the future of electricity, of electric automotives.
Yeah, but we've talked about that before.
That was one of the big things we talked about, though. In that episode, we were going to snort the internet. We were going to...
No, that was your thing.
That was
snort
completely
the internet.
yours, Joshua.
You were wild in that.
Something
night.
funny the other day. We were at camp. I guess Tim. I'll give him
Timmy.
credit a little bit. He said something like, "We were just." It was something about staying up late at night, acting crazy. He's like, you're just messed up. You snorted too much internet. And I was like,
Okay,
goodness.
no, it's called ice skating uphill.
Yes, yeah, that's what that episode. That's why you named it that, because it felt like ice skating uphill.
Oh yeah, if you go to Spotify or any of the audio podcasts, find episode 168. It's called Ice Skating Uphill.
It was I like that episode. It's probably one of my favorite episodes, to be honest. It was good.
It's ridiculous. Now, you bring a good point up. The midnight specials have led to many laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you say something and I find it really funny and then everyone's giggling because I can't stop. What is it led? There was a wonton joke in there.
Yeah, the wonton joke.
There was a pretending to be Josh joke in there that still makes me chuckle.
That video is probably like on our Instagram. That it's an IGTV video where it's just I'm telling this story, about Josh, being gone, and I'm living at the apartment with no job, looking for a job, and just talking about going into his room and like trying on his clothes or something. And it's just slowly panning up of me wearing his sweater and his necklace, like
Taking a selfie in the mirror.
and his hat. Like,
I don't take selfies in the mirror.
I know.
Friggin', but it was very funny.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about, specifically like this past season on the Midnight Special coming out Friday. But looking back on the full 100 episodes, if you guys were to sum it up in a word or in an experience, what would it be? Because you went through a lot in the past year, or the recording of 100 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
What encapsulates it?
I don't know if it wouldn't be one word, but like we did a lot in 1 year or 8 months, because it wasn't even a year.
5 words.
I know. I said I opened up with this is not one word,
Right.
but no, we did a lot in 8 months. We've done a lot in 8 months. We've
So-
kind of
Yeah, so since
I got it. I got the word.
Okay, go for it.
Sheesh. Come on, we need
That's
that.
pretty good. That's pretty.
That's how this whole year has felt.
Yeah, it
Ooh,
has.
the ups and the downs.
The
ups,
sideways.
downs, and
Since 100 episodes, along with it, we've also released Greater Remembering. We've released the Monster Short.
It
Yes.
was never given a name.
The Monster
No name.
Short.
Yeah, it was just called the Monster Short.
Mm.
And we released the pirate opener of this
Yeah.
season of the podcast. And so we've done a few more cinematic things in the process of this 100 episodes. And I like to do more, honestly. I want to do a little longer, a little more.
Speaking
A little more stories.
Speaking of the pirate video,
Yeah.
are we doing another one of those for the new
season 9.
Possibly.
Because we have a theme, and if you can't tell, some of these colors are represented in the theme.
Yes, we were definitely
Next season is...
Are we announcing it?
pregnancy.
Pregnancy is our theme. Are we gonna announce what the theme is, or?
Since our audience isn't huge,
Yeah.
and we're not trying to necessarily create too much mystery right now, let's go ahead and say it. In the future, when our audience is huge, we'll do the whole mysterious thing.
Yeah.
But we're doing sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
The fall season is gonna be sci-fi
sci-fi.
themed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick. And the theme colors, although it is boy-girl gender reveal, it is the actual branding colors of that sci-fi.
So there's gonna be some blue. There's gonna be some purple.
I think if I can encapsulate, not like a theme, but kind of a theme, bring back the 80s.
In sci-fi.
That's what I'm taking it. That's where I'm taking
That's
it.
what sci-fi has been doing in like the past 10 years.
Yeah.
It's sort of bringing back the 80s. It really started
That's what I'm doing with it.
Stranger Things and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm growing the mustache. I'm doing the thing.
This
A
isn't
lot of
necessarily an
synthwave.
80s sci-fi. I know you get real excited because you can equate any genre back to the 80s.
You see neon, and you hear that reverb like you think 80.
Your pit starts sweating.
Josh,
under my
You start getting
the sweat,
upper lip sweat.
Upper lip sweat. I get that really bad.
Your eye starts twitching and the big old grin comes across your face.
I'm excited because it's gonna be
fun.
The Crazy Crack Dad's coming back. I feel like I've been pretty tame these past
few episodes. No one asked you to do that.
I don't know. I was just kind of.
I asked. I took him aside.
Said, "Hey, I need you to die."
No, nobody talked to me. It was just kind of. I was just we're doing things. So,
Tired.
Yeah, just getting a little tired.
Go all out for the sci-fi 85.
We're definitely going to. We're gonna.
So I was thinking we need to come up with a opener.
Yep.
Which means we actually have to record it and edit it. Something can be similar to what we did with the pirate thing. Can be kind of like, here's the brand, or we could do a small little narrative thing like Greater Remembering.
See,
whatever.
if we had the time and the technology, I would do the opening videos for each season. Like, we're on the beach, we see the pirate ship, and then this season we're on a space pirate ship. It's the same characters, but they're in space gear. And then the next season, the ship crashes. It's in like whatever genre, whatever theme we have. But the story continues through the themes.
Okay.
If I had that kind of stuff.
This is what
Sorry, I just
this is what I was thinking.
got a text.
Oh, okay.
Well, how long have we been going, by the way? I'm
Just for a minute. I mean,
just for a minute. All
I
right.
got a text too.
You know what? I also got a text. Just screw you two. So I like that idea. I was thinking we should give ourselves characters and be telling like
a story.
Have our little. No, we don't have to tell a story. We just have to have us as characters going through, which we kind of already did with the pirate
I will
thing.
say,
we could just continue the narrative.
while we're looking forward to next season, we got Sober October coming up.
Yeah.
We got Christmas, I guess, will be in this season.
I feel Christmas is in this season, but I think we're gonna shift. Like it'll be like sci-fi Christmas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like after Thanksgiving. It'll be like probably about 4 episodes. We'll bank a few and do like 4 weeks of Christmas. Like especially after the year and at the end of the year, everyone should be happy. Christmas is a time that can get really sad. So I think we should go all out. Yes, Christmas for the majority of people can be a time that's the most saddest time of the year. And so I think we should really pump
Majority is maybe.
not the majority of people. Everybody experiences a little sadness
For
on
the singles
Christmas.
out there, is that what you're saying?
Are you saying that because we're single, we're gonna be sad?
That is February 14th, my friends.
No, I'm never sad on Valentine's Day. My family always
Some
calls me on Valentine's Day.
Your family.
Yeah, I don't
Your mom
get. I
calls you,
don't.
Happy Valentine's Day, Wyatt.
Yeah.
I don't get those.
Yeah.
So I'm sad. I'm sad.
Valentine's
boy.
Day is one day of the year. It's not a season. Christmas
If
is a season.
any of the Goforths
Season
want to
is-
call me on Valentine's Day, I'm open to it.
None of the Goforths are calling Josh,
No, I'm not.
especially the girls.
No, I didn't mean that in a weird way.
William.
I did not mean that in a weird way. I was just saying I might need encouragement. I was
Josh-
not saying that in a weird way.
Josh spent a lot of time. Josh spent a lot of time with my family at camp.
I see all your
So-
family as family, and that's all. Nothing
You got
else.
to. He was an honorary Goforth through the week.
Yes.
Good.
I didn't mean anything weird.
You want my dad to call you and wish you a happy
Yes,
Valentine's Day?
I'll have a
Okay.
good conversation with Mark.
Friggin' okay. Anyways, Christmas, I think we should pull out all the stops and make it as fun of a season as possible. So we'll have Christmas, we'll have Sober October. We're gonna get in it all kinds of tomfoolery. We're gonna be going back to
Tomfoolery?
guest episodes.
If we show up for the Halloween episode dressed up, don't worry. We're not doing another improv thing. We're just going to be dressed up for Halloween. It's not going to be anything to worry about. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, who are these characters?
Round freaking 2. I was thinking, We should try to have some adventures to get some scary stories in.
Let's go from a tree.
No, let's try to bank a few ghost stories.
I don't do ghosts.
Yeah, my guy.
We could just go into a place
I've
where
lived
there
with
may
one
be
all the
ghosts
time.
and have some.
Nope.
Just
I believe in ghosts. I don't do ghosts. Okay.
You wouldn't believe if you just expose yourself to a place where you're certain there's ghosts and find there's nothing
myself.
there. There's nothing.
I will not expose myself because you don't know that there's nothing there. You don't know that there's nothing there. I'm serious.
Just clip that out and put it in a reel. I will not expose myself. I will not, because there's nothing there. You know, just that little bit.
I don't mess with anything that
supernatural.
That could be supernatural.
What about monsters?
Monsters are okay.
Can we go try to find a mutant chicken?
See, I'm down for mutant chicken. Not just like spirits and ghosts.
Well, the thing is, spirits just haunt you. A monster will tear you apart. Which is worse?
Not me. I'm running.
You're freaking really good at running.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
I trust my sense not to go into a haunted mansion. I trust my legs to get me away from the monster.
So you have all these plans in place. I don't have too many plans in place.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I want to say it started when I started building a bug out bag.
A bug out bag.
Yeah. When you start building like bug out bags and kits and things,
you start thinking about it.
You start getting like preparedness mindset.
Yeah. Okay, well, what else are we looking forward to this season? What's an episode that's been on your mind that you'd like to dabble into?
Oof.
You don't have to have something. Just I'm curious.
I have one, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it really because I don't know if it's not set up with the person yet.
Like a guest?
Yeah, guest episode. Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I have two big guest goals. We'll see if I reach either of them. But I'm trying to set bar pretty high on a few guests I would like to talk to.
I'm looking into some things as well for guests. Good. I've got some leads. I got informants out there. I got
your minions are on the move.
Yeah, I got people who know people. So, just
connector guy.
I got connections. My family lives in Sonoya, where they film The Walking Dead.
Oh heck
There's
yeah!
all sorts of people down there who probably are into the film stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and they've filmed Walking Dead, a couple of the Marvel movies.
No, I mean
the
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Wouldn't that be sick if we could get somebody who's worked on something like that?
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be cool if we could have them in person. Maybe we should drive
Wouldn't
down
that be
there.
sick?
Another thing I want to say is we are going to attempt a more interactive, higher scale lives.
Yeah.
Lives.
Yes.
Live streams. We're going to try it out.
So there will be no swearing. There will be no derogatory language.
Only for me.
Yeah. There will be no freakings. Joe.
What about crazy crack dads?
You can say crazy crack dads, but don't say what you said about the mic earlier.
That's right. Don't say it on live.
Not on the live. We can't cut these things.
Yeah, so we're gonna be pushing ourselves quite a few directions this fall, and we're gonna come at the end of the year and see where we've landed. Are you guys excited to see what kind of growth happens this fall? What kind of new people join the audience? Because what do you think might happen on the studio channel?
1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
That's 4 months.
1,000.
If we get 1,000 subscribers, I'll dye my hair pink.
1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
I've
on
made
the studio channel. I think the podcast will continue just.
That's my goal.
Burn.
That's my goal.
And it probably will keep doing that until 5,000 episodes, which is okay. But on the other channel, we've gotten nearly over 100,
almost 200.
Over 170 subscribers in like the course of 2 months.
And a lot of interaction as well.
A lot of interaction for people who don't know, which is very encouraging. I've never been a part of that.
We're not saying that we don't love the people we do know. We do
course,
love you.
We still show up on this
and we
channel.
interact with you guys all the time. Jeez, okay, stop. But we like seeing people who are finding the content and never seen us before, and are interacting and have things that they want to say or hear, what we have to say about them.
Absolutely.
We were saving reading the comments for the midnight special,
We
correct?
are.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So you'll have to wait for the midnight special.
Yeah, go to the midnight special if you want to hear some crazy comments.
Yeah.
Crazy crack comments.
What are goals for you guys? So if
1,000
you
subscribers
I think
by
on the
the end of the year.
podcast. Well, okay.
My main
personal.
goal.
What's your main goal? I at the beginning of this year, we did on an episode. We talked about what is the New Year's resolution relating to podcasts, relating to content creation. Do you guys remember what yours was?
I probably have it wrote down somewhere, but I don't know if
Got it wrote down.
Wrote down somewhere.
Wrote down.
Written down.
Written. I think I was just, as far as New Year's resolutions goes, I think I was just like, I just want to like get involved in like the podcast and stuff.
And you did that.
And I did that. Done.
So here's what I was
Checklist.
thinking. We set ourselves up not a resolution, but like a remix goal.
Not a resolution.
Take the resolution and remix it into something.
You know what I'm about to say?
Yeah.
Halfway through the year. What does that resolution look like now? For me, I said I really want to get to know content marketing better.
Mm-hmm.
I want to understand it better.
You feel you've done that?
I don't feel I've done that, but I feel on some level I think I'm starting to grasp it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've realized that's too general. What I really should be asking is how do I understand the audience that I'm trying to attract better? Not just market it to people. Actually, how am I creating stuff for the audience that we want to be around?
You're not just trying to clickbait.
Yes.
Right?
No.
Clickbait is that casting the wide net and hopefully getting people to click on it. But you want something that the title says something and the person reading it looks at it and says, that's for me.
Yes. Basically, like I want to know the viewer best. So was when you're able to create stuff like that, people are excited to listen to you. You're building fan loyalty and creator loyalty to them. You care a lot about what they have to think and what they want to see from you. And so that's kind of in the lane of marketing, but more strategy, more like just a little more focused in.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm looking forward to the rest of the year, the fall season. That's gonna be my goal.
Mm-hmm.
What's my goal?
You have an idea, Joshua? 200 episodes in, we've been doing this the whole time, except for, well, you even did a podcast when you got
I feel
COVID.
like I've kind of took over the studio channel a little bit. I've been coming up with some more stuff with that. I think I'm gonna make it my goal. That's why I keep saying 1,000. I want to kind of come up with 4 videos per week for that channel.
Yeah.
If it be a clip from this channel, from the podcast, a clip, we all do one. We individually do one or whatever that is. I want to do like 4 videos a week.
Okay.
For that channel, and that are gonna get us some more subscribers and good viewership.
Yeah.
And if Josh is sort of leading the ship on that, I'll be taking control of like, I guess the reels and stuff, which is something I can do. They have more of the editing, color correction skills. But if they say, here, put these together.
We got those skills that
I
pay the
can do
bills.
that.
I can do that.
I can do that.
Okay, there's another thing we should bring up right here, since this is 200 episodes. We're letting all of our privates show. Everyone's talking about YouTube Shorts. Should we throw up what we're doing for Reels and TikTok on YouTube?
I mean, that's
shorts?
what people seem to be doing, is doing both.
Yeah.
Throwing a video up.
A lot of people are saying if you
So
want to
3
get
different places.
same content, 3 different places.
Like if I make a video for TikTok, it's for TikTok, it's for Reels, it's for YouTube Shorts.
I mean, if you want
Might
to.
as well
Just post
already
it on
there.
all 3.
see if it helps us grow it all.
Yeah.
See if it gets engagement.
Yeah, we might throw some of that up.
Throw some of that up. I wanted to say something as like a final hoorah
Hoorah.
Who?
You say hoorah.
Hoorah!
Hoorah.
I want to say to you guys,
Yep.
really appreciate you being here for however many episodes you've been involved in.
Yeah.
We do the Midnight Special. There's so many viewers. Guys, the Midnight Special randomly jumped up 230 views overnight.
Mm-hmm.
We've got over 2,000 listens total for the audio podcast. We've got over 15,000 views on YouTube. Over 25 if you count the studio channel.
We're popping
Whoa,
off.
heck. Hold on.
We're getting ready.
We've got
doing big things.
25,000 views on our content on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. We're doing a lot.
Which doesn't seem like a lot because people get that in one video.
Yeah.
But for us, my gosh, we're
doing
just
it.
a couple of nobodies.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
I mean,
Well, you guys are doing it because you're coming back.
mm-hmm.
You're watching our content. We're here for you and to have a little bit of fun with each other.
Yes, and we're also gonna pop these balloons and figure out the gender of our baby.
I don't
Yeah.
have a knife on me, which is rare.
You don't have a knife?
These are my relaxing shorts.
All right. Well, I have a tack here on the side. I'm gonna pull it out.
I was joking.
Oh,
We're
you don't
doing it.
actually want to do it?
I mean, we can pop.
Here we go.
we already know
And-
it's a boy.
Woo! Nothing.
Oh.
All right.
Genderless.
Pop
So
one.
is that saying that it's genderless? The baby gets to decide the gender.
Pop his ego, am I right?
Mm. I don't know. I
Alright.
feel like that's. You should pop mine.
What's the gender?
I was gonna do it, but I didn't want to reach
What's
over.
the gender? Oh,
Oh,
Pink. It's nothing.
genderless.
Useless.
One last try, Joshua. Ready? If there's, I mean, come on. There has to be something, right? There's got to be something. Here you go. Pop this.
This is probably a bad idea because
No.
what if this actually happened this season? Nothing.
Are you saying what if I got pregnant this season?
I mean, I'm not just. I mean,
That'd be awesome.
well, I would love that little child.
Children.
I'm just-
Children.
It's not really possible right now, but
I mean, you're the one who's
I saw
married,
a DJ's
but-
child, and I was like,
you were like, ready for kids. Are you like your dad? You want to snuggle?
I just want to hold him.
You just want to hold him?
Hold him and hug him.
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
No, Maddie was all over it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Maddie.
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 Share the load.
Him.
Him.
Maddie's always like, come here. Give me the baby. Come on.
I want the baby.
Holding it.
I want the baby.
Hey, don't. step
Nothing.
on the
None of this. Congratulations, 200 episodes.
200.
Not just to us,
Congratulations.
but to you guys.
Yep.
Woo.
We love you. We have an episode of another part of the podcast,
One
audio
more.
only.
Yep. Midnight special before we end.
Yeah.
One week off.
1 week, one episode more of season 8.
Season 8.
Short break.
If you want to see
Then
us though,
coming
we're
back
not
strong.
stopping on the studio channel,
Yeah.
so go over
We will
there.
We will be putting out videos on the
Yeah.
video channel.
So listen, find the Midnight Special on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, all of the audio listening platforms. We're gonna talk about probably some more reminiscing, favorite moments.
Yep.
And maybe even read some comments that we've gotten recently. So enjoy it. We love you guys the same way that the same way that Joshua.
Loves pizza.
The way he loves those breakfast sandwiches.
Oh,
you know how many
croissant-
breakfast
croissant.
sandwiches he got?
How many?
So many. I
Croissant.
can't, like
Like
breakfast
every day.
croissant
Like every
from
day.
Sheets
Every day.
at 12.
Croissants and
12
what? Egg?
Egg and bacon and cheese.
I love you the way Joshua loves breakfast sandwiches.
breakfast sandwiches, croissant.
We went at 11 o'clock at night, and guess what I got?
A breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, only at Sheets.
Well, I was gonna say we love you the same way that Wyatt loves fleeing danger.
I was gonna. I thought that's where you were gonna go.
Yeah.
Anyways, we love you guys. Thank you so much for 200 episodes.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm. Good night.
I always end up
Good day.
pointing.